217 Recovery Podcast.
No,
we're doing backup. We're doing Plan B. Yeah, it's the old app. Yeah, I know. It's pretty good stuff.
Nice.
Don't you know, we got these microphones, pretty nice microphones. And,
up in the UPA.
Yeah, don't you know. 217 Recovery Podcast. Where's my flyer? I'm all messed up here tonight. Computer, I don't know, man. I tried to free up some space, and now it's been restarting for 20 minutes, so maybe that's a sign from God. If you really liked the other quality of the podcast, maybe drop a little donation. We haven't really looked for donations a lot recently, but
no.
A new laptop might be needed. It's just been restarting, just spinning around, just the circle of death. Just been spinning. They're spinning. They're
Big
spinning.
wheel keep on turning.
Oh, man. Yeah, laugh it up real funny. I do want to talk about Rethinking Addiction. It's actually a seminar event. They're going to have some speakers. It's the 22nd of August in Traverse City. It's Thursday. If you want to come up, come down, come over, it's going to be a good time. It's at Park Place Hotel. There's more details, and you can get the link. Everything's online, 217recovery.com/events. That'll take you right to the page, and you can check it out. But, yeah, I recommend you go. We're going.
We're going
to be there, man. Hopefully we're going to have a table, and we can set up a banner and all that jazz as well.
Nice.
Yeah, and I can interview, hopefully. Well, I can interview them. I could interview, it doesn't take ATS to tell me I can interview people, but I like to talk to the speakers, not just because she's hot. Is she? There's two different speakers, but one of them I'm talking about, I think her last name is, well, it's on the brochure that I just threw on the floor, but I don't know. If you had to see us, we're laying on this little, what is this, not a twin bed, but a
bunk bed?
Full-size bed, maybe, I don't know. And we're just laying here almost make-out style.
It's
and
hot.
My back hurts, it's hot. I just threw that on the floor, so I'm really not going to reach down there and get it. So, like I said, the details, if you want them, on 217recovery.com/events. I did a couple things I want to talk about. Do you want to talk about anything, Ryan?
No, let's hear what you got.
First, I want to say thank you for the help that you did on the 217 vehicle.
Oh, yeah.
That took time, man. It really did. And it's stuff like that, where you're helping out and doing things for other people. And, just from you fixing not my brakes, but fixing the brakes on the 217 vehicle, like now you've allowed for, some of the other members to go to meetings, to go to the spot where we do the podcast. Mm-hmm. It allows the podcast to happen. So, it was more than just changing some brake pads. It really did a lot, and I appreciate it.
You're welcome. I try to do what I can for my friends.
Handy
with the steel, too.
Yeah, look, ladies, he's single. What's her name?
Shut up.
Ryan's got a crush on somebody, and I hope he marries her. I think you guys would be cute together. I don't know if she even knows, or does she know that you're on a podcast?
No, I don't think so.
You should tell her, be like, hey, I know Corey Winfield. I was laying in a bed right next to him yesterday.
Talking about you.
It was so hot. That's all you have to say, because, it's the truth. It's hot. You're laying in a bed next to me. You do know me.
Yeah.
It's kind of a big deal, man. You should play. You should play that up a little bit more often. Tell your probation officer that. I'm like, hey, guess what I was doing last night? It was hot. No, but anyway, I got a message from a friend last night. I'm not going to say his name. And last week we took the suicide awareness for everyone training. It's the TALK training, which means
safe talk.
I just said what safe meant. Suicide awareness for everyone.
Tell, ask, listen, keep safe.
There you go. So he came at me with the whole I don't want to live anymore. and I don't want to deal with this and the pain. And I was like, oh no, like this is gonna, not like, oh no, I have to do work, but like, oh no, like, am I ready to take this on, you know? And they told us in the training, they're like, hey, you know, when people realize that you've taken this, people will reach out to you.
Mm-hmm.
So be prepared. And apparently I was not prepared, but I was, though, more than if I didn't take the training. So I'm really glad I did. But I told him, I was like, look, bro, like, yeah, those are some hard things you're going through, man. I get it. Like, yeah, you went and you drank, you know, and I get that too, man. You know, I've relapsed many times. I can't knock somebody for that, but he kept saying he wanted to drink more, and I was like, well, the reason why you want to drink more is because it's not working. You know, like, you have to deal with the pain. You have to feel the pain. You have to. You can't run from it anymore, you know? And he's like, yeah, but this and that, I want to drink. And I was like, now's not the time. And he said he wanted to run. And I was like, well, now's not the time to run. And there was no way. I mean, he's not close to me, like, location-wise. So, I mean, I couldn't just run over there. It was impossible. But I did give him the number. I encouraged him to talk. You know, there's actually a chat. You can chat. You don't even have to call anybody. You don't have to hear their voice. And he was afraid. He was like, but they're going to know where I'm at. And I was like, no, they won't. And nobody's going to try to take you away. Just, you need to let it out. You need to get it out. You need to talk about it, man. And that's what they said, too, in the training is, you know, talking about it's very important and getting it off your chest. You know, you start talking about it and you realize, okay, you know, and I told him, I was like, you know, you help a few people more than you know. And he didn't understand that. But then today he kind of understood, and he said he listened to our podcast last night, and he said that really helped him. And I don't know what, you know, was said exactly that helped him, but that's pretty cool that he kind of pulled out of it a little bit on his own. But he still needs to get some kind of help. And I told him it's fine, you know, like, don't be embarrassed, don't be ashamed. People go through things, but suicide's definitely not the answer. You know, he's got kids, you know. I was like, don't you want to be a grandpa, dude? Like, I guess that's the best joy in life. At first, I always thought it was kids, but I don't have any kids. But from talking to my mom and other people, it's the grandkids. Like, my mom's like, oh, I love the grandkids. I think I've talked about that on here before. I love the grandkids more than I love you. You know, I'm like, what? Damn. And I'm her favorite. So I was like, what? But, yeah. That would be cool to have grandkids. And, you know, it's like, you want that stuff, bro. Like, you want your kids to remember you. You want your grandkids to remember you, not just a picture on the wall. And, you know, if you commit suicide, who even knows? Like, they probably won't even put a picture up on the wall because the pain that's going to be caused to them. Like that one guy was talking about the meeting last week. It was after we went to the suicide training, and not suicide training, suicide prevention, the safe talk. I'll just say that. And he said that his father killed himself, and it plagued him. You know, he said he was embarrassed, and he didn't want to tell nobody, you know, and yeah, my dad passed. But he said he carried the weight of that growing up and as, you know, a kid, and that's got to be tough. But he said that led to a part of that, you know, led to the emotions that he was always trying to run from, and that's why he drank so much and became an alcoholic, or, you know, addicted to alcohol. But I just hope dude gets help, and, you know, I'll pray for him.
Yeah, we're praying for him.
You know. And I kind of said I wanted to talk about my dad, but I don't know if I want to talk about it now.
Well, now's the perfect time then.
Yeah, I said that the other night. You told me that the other night too, I think, but
I'll talk about mine.
All right, let's talk about your dad then. Or you can, I don't know him, but...
Well, my dad passed a couple of years ago. I guess I had a pretty good relationship growing up. Then we kind of separated as I got older. Well, I started drinking and whatever. Maybe he was ashamed of me, but he wasn't really there supportively for me too much, so I didn't really care to appease him in any manner. And I moved away. We didn't hardly talk, and I don't know. We made amends before he died, so that was good. And that's about it. That's all I got.
Well,
now your turn.
Oh, that's not fair. Okay. That's not fair. So, when your dad passed, how did you feel? Like you said, you made amends, so you didn't feel like there was anything like left unfinished. Like you didn't. Were there regrets of, man, I wish.
Lost a lot of time and stuff. I mean, I wish, but I lived in Nevada and he was back here in Michigan, so would have been nice maybe to talk to him or see him more during the years. But I'd see him when I came up and visited. Go out to eat, a couple times a year. I'd see him. That's about it. Or
And
maybe once a year.
you guys had your falling out because he hooked up with one of your girlfriends?
No. I have a wonderful stepmom he was with for
I thought maybe somebody else that was saying that.
No.
That wasn't you. My bad. No, my dad, man. Man, I could do a whole episode on this. And, I just realized when I'm going to, because I've been asked when I was going to tell my story.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do it on December 15th. Just so you know. That'll be my year.
It's like a long time away.
No, it's not,
What,
bro.
you're going to wait for that?
I got 7 months coming up. Yeah.
Think about how many people you might be able to help just talking about it now.
No. I think I want to make it into like a movie. A movie. Go big or go home, man. I don't know. Like,
You can still do that on December 15th.
I'm going to cry. Like, it'll be, I don't know. Some people will find it interesting, I'm sure. But, yeah, I want to set a date. That way I don't back out.
I think you should set it a little sooner than that.
Nah, I don't think so.
All right.
But the dad part of the story, I don't know how much of it I want to get into, though, but he left when I was young. I remember I was living in Riverside, Michigan. It's part of Coloma, kind of. And we lived on Thar Road, and I was in fourth grade then, fourth grade. So I was 9. And I remember, and my memory could be wrong, I don't know, but I remember we were waiting for him to pick us up. And for his weekend, we hated going over to his house. My stepmom at that time was really mean. And I don't know, maybe we were brats, maybe we were mama's boys. I don't know. I mean, when I was really young, maybe 4, 5, my mom and dad got divorced, whatever. And I loved my dad when I was a kid. I really did. Mm-hmm. And I looked up to him. I just loved him. And I remember being in the front seat of the car, passenger side, and my mom had seen him. And I guess she was going to ask about child support or something. I don't know. Or maybe she didn't even pull in. Maybe she just pulled in somewhere, maybe a laundromat. But I don't know. That part of the story doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter what she did or what she said to him. What he did was just unacceptable. He walked over to the car, and I guess I was, my mom remembers it too. But I guess I was like, Dad, hey, excited. And he punched the window out, and the glass flew all over me. I don't know.
That's not good.
No, it's not, man. And it happened. It is what it is. But that kind of thing, it's just. I still remember it, and I don't talk to my dad. And part of that is because last April, I sent him a text message. I was drunk, man. And I was just furious. I was mad, and I was a lot of resentments. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was the perfect time to send him a text because I wasn't holding back, man. I told him. I even said I brought up that time, and other times where he just let us down, where he just didn't show up to pick us up, and I couldn't figure out why you would have just left your boys here. He had 2 sons carrying on his last name, and you just leave them and you move to Arizona. That's what he did. That's when we were sitting there waiting for him to pick us up, and he never showed up. And then I don't know, months later, he calls and was like, I moved to Arizona. Where in the hell is that? Well, okay, what does that mean? Never gonna see you again? Oh, I'll see you again, son. Yeah, sounds good. But I don't know, man.